I am the Lady of the Throne Astrology, where God dwells within me as me. So I am here to talk to you guys, and this is going to be about something that's really going on right now. So I want you guys to know something about this channel and something about myself. So, what you all, because I do have an audience and I'm aware of that, and I want you guys to know this. Listen, you guys have to start accepting, even if you're supporting and even if you're helping, even if you are trying to understand the situation better in a genuine way, you have to understand what's going on. Basically, this is the story. This is the story. Okay, I am not just this goddess, but I'm also like this angel of abundance to a lot of people. My power brings a lot of blessings to people because I'm divine. So when people found this out, instead of them really respecting that and really appreciating that and really learning through that truth, these people wanted to capitalize from this and they wanted to live by greed. So, what God has already set in place is for people to do that for a reason. See, when I decided to make a certain move in my life about 4 years ago, when I decided to go to the West Coast, I already knew that I was being divinely guided there. I had already received the intuitive information that I needed to go there. I had already received all the confirmation that I needed about why I needed to go there. And it was because I was supposed to allow a certain thing to happen in order for all of these things to come out. So I already know that when I went to the West Coast, I already knew that I was on a divine a divine job, a divine assignment. And that was for all of these things to happen. So if you know about what's going on in my life right now and you have not spoken up to the appropriate people about it, you're part of the problem. See, you guys have to understand, if you're on the outside looking into everything, I just want to bring you a lot of clarity right now. I am at the top of this pyramid, right? And a lot of people live off of me. They make money off of me. A lot of people in the world do. But this whole concept is coming from up above. This is really coming from God. So when all of this stuff happened, these events started taking place and these people started to find out things. The people who were doing this got afraid, and so they tried to flip everything so that ordinary, regular, everyday people would think the opposite way, so that in secret they could still make their money and capitalize off of me, while the regular people would be lost about everything and they wouldn't know their secret. So, in order for you guys to understand what's going on in my life, you have to stop driving out the messages about the past. You have to start driving out the messages about your part in it as well. You see, some of you who get on YouTube are doing the same exact thing that they're doing, but you don't see it that way. You see it as you're helping, or you see it as you being concerned. But here's the thing, you too are capitalizing off of me. At this point, not many people can walk around and feel like they have built up anything on their own. Not many people can say that. And the people who can, I respect that, and I have nothing bad to say. But a lot of people walk around not, they're acting as if they aren't receiving bribes, rewards, winning bets, earning an entire income off of the power of me. The only reason why a lot of people have seemed to come against me is because there's a lot of evil people driving their own agenda. When you get the wicked involved, they can come in and do things such as make up lies about me, give it to social media, get a lot of people involved because they have publicity, they have fame, get a lot of people involved, and people believe the ones with a lot of popularity on the surface. But you guys have to look what's beneath the surface. What's beneath the surface is that they're strategically and purposely shadow banning me from having the correct amount of views, the correct amount of followers on these platforms, because I am their source. I'm their source. So I'm not I'm not really upset with ordinary people who have been nosy enough to try to find out information on their own. I'm not upset with that. You know why? Because I already know that that comes with a lot of ignorance, and you guys just have to learn things. That's all. Like, I just know that regular people just have to learn what's really going on. So I'm not, that's fine. But you guys who are normal people, who are not a part of this higher society, you guys have to understand what they're doing to you in the process. See, you may think it's cool to jump on board and do these things with these people. But what you have to understand is you're turning into something that will not be given forgiveness if you keep moving forward the way you're moving forward. Basically, what's happening is a war between good and evil. And a lot of these people who are behind this whole scheme are completely evil. And they know how to get into your mind. See, they're the ones who are going to work overtime to really try to influence the masses to do what they want you to do so that they can still hold on to something. See, they don't want to lose all that I've lost. They don't want to lose their mom, their dad. They don't want to lose houses that belongs to them. They don't want to lose their land. They don't want to lose their good reputation. They don't want to lose their children. They don't want to lose a chance at having a very beautiful life. They don't want to lose their youth. But in order for them to be any kind of powerful, they inflict things onto me for no reason. Now, the reason why a lot of you may do this too, and some people, not you listening, maybe you listening, I don't know, but the reason why some people and a lot of people would jump on this bandwagon with them is because they look at the situation and feel like nothing's happening to me yet. Now, let me tell you something about that statement. Nothing's happening to me yet. The way the divine works is not always seen, and it is also not manipulation behind the scenes either, like a lot of these people are doing. It is not, let me call this business owner, let me call that CEO, let me get in touch with this group, let me call these people. It is never going to be that with me. Everything that I do is going to be 100%, and it will be revealed to you in a way that you cannot deny it, and you won't be confused. Because I, the divine, the way this works is people don't realize what they're really going against. You're really, truly, truthfully, sincerely going against God for real. So when all of these things start happening around you or to you, please associate it with God, because that's exactly who's doing it because of what you have done. You guys even went so far to where you have very popular, world famous celebrities who you think what you see them do is them. But that's me. You don't really know them like I know them, and they don't really know me like they want to. See, the idea could have been fun at first for them to be like, okay, we're going to do this. She's asleep. She's a goddess, but she's asleep. She doesn't know. But see, when you guys came waking me up, you got what you asked for. I'm here. And then all of a sudden, when things don't go your way, after you sent a very demonic energy toward me, and I leave because I really had to realize what was going on. I had to realize that all of this time you guys were waiting for one day, one moment, 1 year, one time. Who had you on a time frame? Nostradamus? Was it the Mayans? Who put you on a time frame to do a certain thing at a certain time? See, you think you're always ahead of God, but I went to your place of evil. I went there. Remember that. I went to you. And nobody's asking themselves what really happened on that day. Nobody's asking themselves, how did this happen so perfectly for us? For us to have that day so that we can build up this story and we can try to go with our new world order. Nobody's asking themselves, how is it that she just knew to come here at that time? I always know what I'm doing. And from the way it's looking, I don't think you guys know what you're doing. Your perception of what a goddess is for a fairy tale book. Your perception of my grace is the very thing that's going to kill you. Your perception of the Lord is the very thing that's sending you to hell. Because you guys don't have the right perspective of any of this. There's people who actually know a good person when they see one. But these same people want to feel socially accepted and connected to big names right now. Not only are they lovers of self, but they are slaves to vanity. The glitz and the glam is a form of vanity. So a lot of people are drawn to that. They're possessed by vanity. So they want to feel connected to people who are also connected to life's little luxuries. But you guys are not realizing that the only reason why they have what they show you they have is because of me. And a lot of you know this, but you still act like you don't. There is only one purely authentic celebrity in this world right now, in this generation, and that is me. That's me. You can ask about it. I doubt if you get the whole truth about it. But you need to pay attention for yourself before you start coming for me. Because I'm the only one that really is a star for real. And the reason why you don't see the money in my hands, and the reason why you don't see certain things, is because this is all a cover up. This is all a disguise. Why would God allow why would God allow heaven to be wide open just for everybody to see? What would be the joy in passing away and just knowing exactly what's going to happen when you do? There's going to be people out here in the world doing the most because they already see it. What is the purpose of that? If you could see it all, you have to know that the reason why God doesn't reveal all of these things to you right now is because you need to be able to make the decision where you're going to go without seeing, who you're going to believe without knowing, who are you going to connect to without feeling if it's real or not, if it's right or not. This is really and truly having faith in a mustard seed, having faith in something that looks small compared to people who look big. This is all an illusion. These people are an illusion of what is grand and royal. That's their illusion. Their reality is small. My illusion is small. My reality is grand and royal. And there's only a couple more that's like me. That's crazy. It's not just me, but there's not many. Because most of them are using me to become somebody. Can you believe that? The geniuses apart that's in the group thought it would be a good idea to say, how can we cover this up? Well, we can cover this up by turning people against her. We can use, it's like this. It's my power. You borrow my power. You get upset and you use my power against me to my people. And my people take my power and use my power against you. Some of these people are still under the stronghold of Satan. So they're not going to be unloosened. They're not going to be loosened or unchained yet. They're not unchained yet from the stronghold of the devil. They're not like there yet. So some people really still are going to be viciously evil because they don't want to let go of realizing what is wrong. Like I said, even if you don't believe in this Egyptian thing, you just need to believe in doing something right versus wrong. You don't have to talk to me. You just need to see the God in me. You don't need to acknowledge me. You just need to make things right with God for you. You don't have to bow down to me just because they exalted me and they give you all of this content all over social media and the world about me. It makes people feel like they have to bow down to me. I agree, that is intimidating because I'm too humble for that. If I had people just walking up to me right now doing that, I'd be like, no, but get up. I'd be like, get up, just get up. I'm too humble for that. So they make you feel like you should, but really and truly, I just need you to believe and respect. Because if I respect you as a human being, you've got to respect me as a goddess. Because when it comes to, if you compare me and you based on spirit, based on souls, who do you think is going to win? Who has been winning? See, because of your jealousy, the envy, the hatred, the devil, It's not allowing you guys to just realize that it doesn't have to be this way if you release the envy and the hatred inside of your heart. And you know what's a shame? You guys say a lot of stupid things to stupid people. But these stupid things that you say to stupid people very seldom comes to me. Because you guys know that you're wrong. But I couldn't be that weak as a person. If I were like one of you, I couldn't be that weak like that to where I know I'm doing something wrong and I'ma still do it. I couldn't do that. That's just extremely weak. I don't even know how to be like that. I couldn't just sit here to nobody. Honestly, I couldn't sit here and be just going against the grain just because. It's like, yeah, this is a good person, but I'm still going to do that. Why? What are you getting? Oh, I got it. That makes weak ones feel good. See, when people know that there's no way that they can be better, there's no way that they can, like, people are around here feeling like because of the way that they believed Satan, since they already feel like they may not be going to heaven or they may not have a chance to like redeem themselves from what they did, they're just still gonna roll with Satan because they've given up on the possibility of making it right. But all you have to do is come to me and apologize. All you have to do is repent. All you have to do is give your heart to God. All you have to do is ask Jesus or Horus, whatever you want to say. All you have to do is ask for forgiveness. But when you do that, make sure you mean it. Because I can detect if you don't. Jesus can detect if you don't. And our Father can detect if you don't. People get upset because their truth is seen. But you guys are ashamed. There's grown men, grown women, black, who only teams up with Satan and people that they are obviously racist toward to only do one thing, which is to come against God. You guys still don't understand the reason why there's only 144,000 written in that Bible. You got to think about it. If there's a lot of you going against me, don't you know that that's more than 144,000? And didn't you think about the fact that if you're a part of that number of people that's going against me and it's more than that number, haven't you figured it out by now who you are? Or do I need to write it down? Haven't you figured out already that if there's thousands and millions of people that are doing this and you're with them, have you not actually figured that out yet? Because I would have been smart. I would have already figured it out for myself. I would have been like, you know what? She's right. I can't stand for something like that. Which is why I'm the one. Because it's so many things that I would never do. You guys are no longer fighting about, see, when church people got involved, you guys don't even understand that People with no souls, just people with a lot of money, paid church people to come against me. And the only reason why they were able to pull it off is because of the Egyptian theme. But had that not been the case, and I would have allowed that Egyptian theme to stay in disguise like I did for all my life, those people who got paid to do it would be running right now. Running away from their connects, their plugs, their people who came and paid them to do it. They be fleeing right now because a lot of people wouldn't buy into it. It'll be a little bit easier for people. They wouldn't need to use that much discernment. They wouldn't need to use that much discernment because it'll be kind of like a little bit more obvious to people, because when they go and look on my social media and when they look on my YouTube, they be like, what are these pastors and like what are these people even talking about, huh? Like it'll be so hard for people to see what they were, the lies that they were paid to make up. It will be hard for them to see the truth in it. But see, with the Egypt, with that Ankh there, you guys also have to stop being so ignorant. Because you guys could say a lot about me, but oh, don't get me started on what I could say about you. See, I think what you guys want is the old me back. You want the old me. I think you guys are, you want that energy. But trust me, you don't want that energy. Because that energy is going to lead to a lot of things that this world is not ready for. See, the things that I've already done has you guys making up lies about me. The things that's already happened supernaturally has you guys in a frenzy. I remember when I actually wrote a fiction story and a fiction poem. And I didn't think anybody was watching me because I only had 5 followers. So how is it that 5 followers turned into hundreds and thousands of people referring to the same thing? See, realize that you whispering about things is not a surprise. Everybody knows me. You can't do anything behind the scenes. Another thing you guys need to be careful about too is you don't think that the government's watching you, because they are. They have access to everybody. You forgot? There's authority in so many different ways over normal people till it's not even funny. You guys can be found out really quickly about your crimes, your your little setups, your little snake moves, your little deception. All of you can be figured out really quickly with the snap of a finger, because they're controlling all of that. So you all can be seen for every little thing you do. Not only by the good old government, but also by me. The eye of Ra and the eye of Re, or Horus, is not a game. That is called the all-seeing eye. The all-seeing eye. The all-seeing eye means that everything that you do is seen by the eye of God. You guys think you know things from the Bible, but you don't really know the Bible until you really know yourself. You could never come to me and tell me anything that was written without me being a part of it. You can never tell me anything about seeing things because everything is seen. See, another thing you guys don't realize is you want my attention, but notice, do I want yours? Do I really, really want yours? I don't. I literally stay to myself. I literally am an angel of peace. Listen, the past is the past. But when you guys have hateful hearts, you want to just live in the past. But what you guys have to stop doing is stop being ignorant and start embracing the truth. There's a such thing as a sleeping God versus an awakened God. What that means is, let's say you, for instance, let's say with you, there's a such thing as a life before Christ, and then when you become reborn, a born again Christian. Before you become a born again Christian, you are going to be living a life of sin 9 times out of 10. If nobody's really, teaching you, you're going to make mistakes. But when you become born again and start living your life with Christ, you become purified. But not all the time when people make this step into this new life with Christ, do they act like they're pure. I actually act like it, talk like it, walk like it. I do it. See, a lot of these people are so lost about their practice that they don't realize that I'm a seasoned pro. Like I'm a pro at living a pure life with Christ. I really do it. And that's the difference. Don't act like you never heard people say the closer you get to God, the more the devil hates you. That is the truth. You guys don't see that either. The closer I'm getting to God, the more connected me and God, the more connected me and Christ, the more connected me and my family, talking about God and Christ, the more connected all of us are, along with the others, my other brothers, the other ascended masters, the other royalty, all of the closer that gets, don't you guys see the more heightened your hate becomes? It's so crazy that you guys really don't see it. And I'm just sitting here like they are living every single book from the Bible right now. And they're the enemies, and they can't even see it. People in this world can be good people. People in this world can be royal if that's how you want to feel. I'm not here to make anybody feel left out. I encourage people to do the right thing. But don't let the image of ancient Egypt make you feel like all you see is money when you think of that. This is not based off of that. And that's the difference between myself and other people. I, at the core of Africa, there is God first. Do people live like that still? I have nothing to do with how they live. I'm telling you what I know. That sun that we worship on Sundays, that you all still act like you're blind, dumb, and stupid. Sunday, because the whole structure of the United States, they know what you're worshiping. They're the ones who wrote this. They know that what you're worshiping is the sun. Why do you think that you go to church on Sundays? And I keep trying to say that. Everyone's still worshiping Ra. But you guys want to still act like that's not it. These people know that that's what it is. There is nothing more beautiful than God's creation. The sun was created, the moon was created before people. Those are beautiful parts of the world. The fact that God gave this, I mean, there's so many beautiful things in the world. I could never get tired of the world. People look like little bitty ants to God. It's like just this little mini, you know. Think of how big and how great and how grand God is. The world is so beautiful, and it should be beautiful for everybody. You guys just need to open your eyes and realize that people have been paid off to do the things that they're doing right now. It's not because that's how people really feel. Because when people are around me, most of them, they're fine. There is no problems. That's because when you're paid to do something, people are doing anything for money right now. And it's a shame that all of this has been driven by people with a lot of money that they should not have. Because really and truly, what nobody wants to say in the room is that that's all mine. These people have done something where, in order for them to still sneak around and do the things that they were doing, they didn't want me to know. It feels like a bunch of demon kids that when mom walks in, they are, oh my God. You know, you like when children know that they have done something so bad, that's what it's like. It feels like that. Like a bunch of little children of Satan that's done something really, really bad. And as a metaphor, analogy, whatever, is like when mom walks in and they all are just like, you know, that's what it's like. But that's a shame that these people, it's such a shame that these people would rather hurt themselves than to love me. That's a shame. So I'm gonna let you guys go, but I want you to know that this is all just like, all of this is just a game of the enemy. Like, honestly, that's why I really don't give a damn. I really don't care. Because it really is, that's what it is. It's a game of the devil. That's completely, honestly, wholeheartedly all it is. None of this is real. None of this is actually something worthy to do. None of this is going to get you a chance. And you know what's also crazy? Is this going to grant anybody's wishes to go to heaven? I don't think so. Because if it were, then you wouldn't feel guilty listening. Some people can't even listen for that long, they run. Because you know you're not doing the right thing. Stop trying to appease these people because of who they want you to think that they are. Stop joining together with these people who have paid you to do this. I don't care how good money looks and how thin or how heavy the piece of paper. See that piece of paper? Is the root of all evil when it is used for evil. Every pastor, priest, pope in these churches have used that money for evil and have shoved it down your throats for more evil. And you mean to tell me that you think you're right and I'm wrong? But I want you to name how many bribes I've done, how many crimes I've committed with my bare hands. You're going to get zero. And you know what zero means? Since you guys like to play with numbers a lot, because Satan had you doing that. I already know who did it. I already know it was him. Because you all like to go on his social media and feed off of him. So I already know. I don't have to look. I know. You guys have his spirit. So you know what zero is? Since you like to know things. Zero is nothingness. Exactly what y'all and Satan is. Nothing. And remember who you are. Good night.